What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am fortunate enough to share some Multiversus early gameplay footage with you guys, and we're going to be celebrating in a very exciting way by taking a look at every single one of the fighters available in the relaunch for Multiversus, as well as every single variant that is available at launch as well. Now, of course, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, please don't forget to leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. I also do want to give a quick thank you to the folks over at Warner Brother Games for putting this together and allowing me to record some early footage to share with all of you guys. So here we go. Let's kick things off with aka Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. And Arya has two variants available, the first of which is of course just the regular costume, the one that we know from the previous iteration of Multiversus, looking pretty stylish. But then my personal favorite, without a shadow of a doubt, is the ugly sweater Arya, which will actually become a theme, so pay attention. There's a lot of really good winter / I guess Christmas time themed skins coming up. They're absolutely incredible. Wait till you see what Batman looks like. Next, we jump to one of the newer characters in the game, which is going to be the Banana Guard from Adventure Time. And if you're a fan of the Banana Guard, you'll be happy to know that you just need the very first variant to be unlocked, and that is all. As of right now, there are no other variants available for the Banana Guard. I told you that Batman would be awesome, and you're in for a treat. So not only do we have the default look that we already have seen before in the previous iteration of Multiversus, but in addition to that, check out these variants. So first we have the Samurai Batman, which looks obviously pretty freaking incredible. Just really nice attention to detail. This is our first legendary skin that we're taking a look at. Then we have the returning animated series Batman. As someone who grew up with this show, I am very happy to say that it still looks terrific, and yet another legendary variant there, followed by a brand new, I guess, theme here, which is the Night to Remember Batman. So this is kind of, I don't know how to describe it, maybe love themed, or maybe even like Valentine's Day themed Batman here. So you do have that available to you as well. Not one of my personal favorites, I'll be honest, but what is one of my personal favorites, and I love that it's just a rare variant that is incredible, is the ugly sweater Batman. He looks absolutely freaking incredible. I love the Batmobile on the sweater. Just looks awesome. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer attire for Batman looks ridiculous. I love it. I can't wait to use this one in game. Next up, we're talking Black Adam, and Black Adam actually has 4 variants as well. So we have the default attire right here, or the default variant, followed by, if you smell the legendary Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson variant, aka the Man in Black variant. And then we follow that up with the classic Black Adam. I really like this design. This is probably the one that I'm going to use when I am playing as Black Adam. Then, of course, once again, similar to what we just saw with Batman, we do have this kind of a Valentine's Day / love themed Heart of Kahndaq of Black Adam as well. What's up, Doc, is what everybody will be saying when they're playing this next character, because of course here is Bugs Bunny, who does have quite a few different designs available. So first we have, of course, our default looking Bugs right here, followed by the Brunhilde Bugs, who is pretty freaking well animated, really funny animation style there. Of course, that follows up with the Hollywood Bugs, which is just hilarious. Bro is so obnoxious with his fancy carrots here. And then he'll just be eating a carrot forever and ever and ever. Then one of my personal favorites is the Maestro Bugs, just because he looks so smug and obnoxious. Just a really great way to capture the personality of Bugs Bunny. And if you're a fan of the Toon Squad, fear not, you do have 2 different Toon Squad attires for Bugs Bunny as well, including the 1996 Space Jam attire, as well as the new Legacy attire available to you also. Next up, we're talking about one of the most popular characters from the original launch of Multiversus, and that is, of course, Finn from Adventure Time, who is back at it again with his default attire, but fear not, he does bring back his Fern attire as well, and this is a legendary variant in deed. So if you want to pick that one up, you'll be able to use some Gleamium to acquire that for your collection. There's another ugly sweater skin. This time it is, of course, Finn. I really love that theme. I am going to try to do my very best to get all the ugly sweater variants for the different characters that have them. And then last but certainly not least, you also do have the Pajama Finn available in game as well. Next up, we're talking about a Steven Universe character. This is, of course, Garnet, who has her default attire, followed by the first fusion attire, which not one of my favorites. It looks very busy, just so many different colors going on this one. However, I really do like the flashback Garnet attire, much more toned down, not quite as many vibrant colors all over the place. So this is definitely probably my favorite attire for Garnet. And last but certainly not least, once again, going back to that theme of love/Valentine's Day, we do have the true kinda love Garnet. Next up, we have one of, if not the single most adorable character on the roster, and this is, of course, Gizmo, who looks pretty freaking awesome with his default variant, but then he does have his combat Gizmo attire as well, the one that's kind of inspired, I guess, by a Rambo, looking pretty stylish with his bow and arrow. And then again, as someone who adores Christmas time and winter time, I love the fact that we also do get the Merry Mogwai Gizmo to be on theme with the Christmas season. Next up, we have another fan favorite, and this is Harley Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn, who of course has her default attire, followed by a brand new Beach Bash Harley Quinn attire, looking pretty stylish if I may say so myself. I like that the weapon actually changes to be more on theme. Then we have my personal favorite. This is the Mad Love Harley Quinn. I mean, just so cool to see this very classic attire. Probably, in my opinion at least, the most iconic look for Harley. So happy to see that it is in the game. Then we have another variant of the love theme. So this is the Love Rave Harley Quinn. And last but certainly not least, if you're a fan of the Squad films, maybe the game, you do have a Task Force X Harley Quinn available to you as well. Next up, we have the Iron Giant, who does have 2 skins unlocked by default when you get the character unlocked, and that is going to be the Iron Giant Classic. Plus, in addition to that, you also get the Iron Giant with his giant S logo on the chest as well. So that is very cool that you do have those 2 variants available to you from the get-go. However, of course, if you want to get some more premium skins, you'll also be able to unlock this, which is absolutely freaking incredible. I love the design for this skin. This is the Frankenstein Iron Giant. Just looks awesome. Very, very cool. One of the nicest looking variants in the game. And of course, our returning skin, I believe, is the Beach Giant as well, which is just a rare variant, but still pretty goofy looking nevertheless. Now, I did want to take a moment and also let you guys know about the fact that there are some skins that are not included as part of the shop or purchasable right away, and instead it looks like they will be acquirable through events and missions. So for example, since we're on the topic of Iron Giant, here you can see that if you complete the Age of Smith missions, you can actually unlock a Matrix variant for the Iron Giant as well. So you'll see it says right there, crash the program. We'll need to enter the Matrix ourselves if we want to defeat Smith in time. Back on the task at hand we go. We have Jake to look at next, of course, to go along with Finn, who we previously took a look at before. We have our default variant, followed by the legendary cake variant, as well as the other cake variant, which is the Calico cake, yet another legendary variant. Then we have probably the most bizarre looking version of Jake, or maybe the most bizarre looking version of any character in this game, and that is Jake the Star Child, which looks very freaky. And then once again, we get yet another ugly sweater variant. This time it is, of course, Jake rocking the duck sweater. Adjustment edit here. I completely forgot about the fact that Jake does have another variant that is actually available on the Battle Pass, which is the Muddy Jake attire. So don't forget about that one. One of the new and coolest characters to be included in the relaunch for Multiversus is, without a shadow of a doubt, Jason freaking Voorhees from Friday the 13th. He arrives in the game and he does have his default classic attire available to him, but that is not all, because by hitting tier number 38 on the season 1 battle pass, you actually do also unlock the Matrix code Jason Voorhees, who looks absolutely freaking scary. Just thinking about the idea of Jason Voorhees being in the Matrix, all I have to say is, Neo, good luck to you. But that is still not all, because by maximizing your battle pass and hitting level 70, you also unlock Uber Jason, which I believe was the design from, I want to say it was Jason X, just a Terminator-like design for Jason. Looks absolutely terrifying, and I'm sure that this will be one of the most popular skins in the game. Next up, let's talk about LeBron James. He's back at it again, rocking his Toon Squad attire for his default variant, but then he also does have the Amazon Defense LeBron, so a pretty cool variant there available for him also, as well as, of course, the returning ridiculous meme I am freaking Robin attire, which is very cool to see it return. And then I believe this might be brand new to the relaunch of Multiversus, because we do have Sheriff LeBron available as well. Next up, we have Marvin the Martian, who's looking pretty stylish and very well captured in terms of personality. I feel like this is a great character model just for his default variant, but then he also does have the Commander X2 variant available, as well as, once again, going back to that theme of the hearts and love. So we have the Galactic Romance Marvin, followed by the Toon Squad 96 Marvin the Martian with his little whistle for being the referee, as well as the Toon Squad Modern Day or A New Legacy Marvin included as well. Next we have from Rick and Morty, it is the one and only Morty, and he is of course rocking his classic paranoid design for his default variant, followed by Evil Morty, who does look really freaking cool and definitely has a lot more personality on display. And then last but certainly not least, you also do have President Morty. Now, to my surprise, the character that seems to have the single most skins in the game is actually Reindog being included here. Of course, this is a Multiversus original character, or a player first games original character, so maybe that explains why this one has so many variants, and boy oh boy are they epic. So first we have the battle design for Reindog right here, followed by the golden Reindog redesign. Then we have the mummified or the mummy Reindog design, followed by Tea Time Reindog, who's looking very, very stylish. Then, if you like to cook up a good performance, you're probably going to want to use Chef Reindog. Then we have the Guardian Reindog available as well. And last but certainly not least, to go along with the previous holiday themes, we have Holiday Reindog. Oh, hold on. How could I forget? By hitting level 42 in the Battle Pass, you also do get a chance to unlock another Reindog variant, and this is the Tycoon Reindog. We looked at Morty, let's take a look at Rick. He's back at it again as well with his default variant, as well as the SEAL Team Rick attire available also. This next character was my main character in the original launch for Multiversus, so I'm excited to see Shaggy from Scooby-Doo back at it again with a ton of cool variants. Of course, we have the default attire right here, followed by the legendary Uncle Shagworthy, who's included here as well. Then we have another love variant. This is the Dimension of Love Shaggy. Then you have the Kung Fu Shaggy, which I really do like. And last but certainly not least, we have the Ultra Warrior Shaggy. Steven Universe fans, fear not. Steven Universe is back in the game as well, and he's included with his default variant. He does have his Tiger Millionaire variant, which looks very goofy, and his Coach Steven variant. However, that is not all, because by hitting level 67 on the Battle Pass for Season 1, you will also unlock Wedding Steven, available to be played as well. Next, we're taking a look at the terrifying, but also kind of epic-looking Stripe, who is looking very stylish just with his default variant, but then does also get his combat variant similar to Gizmo. But that is still not all, Because by hitting level 21 on the battle pass, you do also unlock Biker Stripe. And an interesting detail about this one, this is actually a free reward on the battle pass. Next, let's talk about Superman, and he's got a stacked lineup of skins. So first we have, of course, the default look for Superman, followed by my personal second favorite, which is going to be Black Lantern Superman, who looks very menacing and very cool. Then you have the 1 million Superman. So if you love this kind of gold design, you'll be happy to see it here. Then we have a love variant. This is the Love Struck Superman. And last but certainly not least, my absolute favorite Superman costume is the Ugly Sweater Superman. And here I was saying last but certainly not least, getting ahead of myself, because guess what? There's actually another Superman that is unlocked via the events page, which is going to be the daily login rewards, where if we scroll on over to the 11th day, you'll notice there he is, Summer Break Superman. Rocking and rolling, heading to a beach probably just to chill out and take a little bit of time off from saving the world. Next up, let's talk about Taz. He's included in the game, of course, with his default attire, followed by his Toon Squad 96 attire, as well as his more modern Space Jam: A New Legacy Toon Squad attire as well. Then you do also get the Beachcomber Taz, but in addition to that, if you manage to hit level 62 on the battle pass, you will also unlock the Tasmanian She-Devil as yet another outfit for Taz. Without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most highly anticipated characters from the relaunch from Multiversus is the Clown Prince of Crime himself, the Joker. And not only is he included in his very cool classic design, but in addition to that, he does have a legendary variant, which is accessible through the prestige system within the game. And this is the ever epic Batman Who Laughs. I mean, look how ridiculously cool that looks. Next up, we're taking a look at Tom and Jerry, and they return with their default variant, as well as the Baker Street variant for Tom and Jerry. Then we follow that up with the vampire redesigns, which look terrific. Then you also do get the detective redesign for the two of them. And last but certainly not least, the pirate redesign is available as well. I remember seeing some incredible gameplay for Velma in the original Multiversus, so I can't wait to see what people cook up with the relaunch. But in the meantime, let's take a look at what kind of variants you can expect, because she's a character that gets a lot of different variants. So first we have the default variant, followed by the legendary witch variant. Then you do also get the Luau Velma, followed by the astronaut attire for Velma. Then you do get the ugly sweater Velma, which again, like I said, I'm going to try to do my best to unlock all of these when the game releases. And last but certainly not least, we have the Valentinion, however you would say that version of Velma. Oh, hold up. By hitting level 50 on the battle pass for season 1 of Multiversus, you can actually unlock also the Intrepid Velma to add to your roster. And by heading over to the events page and selecting the daily login event, you'll notice that by hitting rank number 3 here, you'll also unlock yet another Velma costume. So next to Reindog, I think she has the most skins in the game. And this is, of course, the Clown Squad Velma, where she's rocking the Joker-themed shirt. And for our last fighter, we have the one, the only Wonder Woman. So she returns with her iconic default variant back at it again. She does, similarly to Superman, have the Black Lantern variant, which looks spectacularly epic. I love the change of the weapon to the axe, looks really cool. Then you do have the Aphrodite's Blessing Wonder Woman, which once again is that love-themed attire. And then you also do get the Bloodlines Wonder Woman. However, if we head over to the events page, you'll notice that Wonder Woman also does have an additional skin that is unlocked via the Joker's Ruse mission, where when you complete the Escape the Death Trap challenge, which I guess just simply says walked right into that one, whatever that might mean, you will actually be rewarded with the Bat-themed, or I guess the Bat Squad, Batman Squad attire for Wonder Woman. So that's pretty cool to see as well.